Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're listening to the podcast Capturing Magic. I'm Bill Rogers, the voice of Disney. Thanks very much for listening.
Hey everyone, welcome to Capturing Magic. I am Steph Clay, and I'm here today with Tanya Hickman, who can be found at everymagicmoment.com. Hey Tanya.
Hello.
And then on Instagram, you're Tanya H666.
Yes.
And Twitter and everything else.
And everything else, yes.
Yeah. And then we also are here today with Heather Winfield, who can be found at heatherw.com/character, and then also heatherw25, right, Heather?
Yes.
Yay. Good.
Yay.
All right. Okay. So as a way of updating, we're all recently returned from trips. We've kind of staggered our trips so that we couldn't really record in between. But you both, tell me where you were and when.
We were both at Disneyland in November. And then, yeah. And I went to Harry Potter when I was home too. At Christmas time.
And I went to Disney World in January for Marathon Weekend and New Year's Eve for the first time ever, which was awesome. Totally recommend that to anyone. And and it was not as crazy crowded, scary like I thought it would be. So that was good.
Good. Okay, and then I just got back from Disneyland as well. So it's kind of exciting. Lots of fun stuff. And we have some great stuff to talk about today too. While I was in Disneyland, I was able to attend the Main Street Electrical Parade premiere party, which I don't generally get to be in California for events when they just don't line up right for me. So it was exciting for me to be able to be there. We're going to talk about it today. Yay. Okay, so tell me the first time you girls saw the Main Street Electrical Parade.
I was really, really young. I'm not even sure when it first was.
Yeah, my first Disney trip to Disney World was when I was 5, and I saw it there, and I have pictures of me waving and watching it and stuff.
Cute. I totally want to see those photos. You have to dig them out.
Oh, yeah. I've already scrapped them. That's the only trip that I have completely scrapped because I don't have that many pictures. So I'll send it to you.
Okay.
That's why my mom loves the parade too, because she remembers how I was all excited about it. So she was all excited about it.
That's so cute. Okay. Yeah, that's super fun. Okay, so it premiered in Disneyland June 17th, which is, I was thinking July, sorry, June 17th, 1972, which was even before my time. So I'm happy to say I am older than you girls, but it premiered even before my time. And then it was there until 1996. Is that right? Is that true? No. That can't be.
It might be because it moved over to California Adventure.
I think you're right. So, yeah, okay. So, it 1996. And then it moved over to... Did it move to California Adventure right then, or did it go to...
No, I think it had a bit of a break in between there.
That's what I thought, too. And then it was in Magic Kingdom for a while. It did a stint at Tokyo Disneyland, Disneyland Park Paris. California Adventure I'm seeing in Wikipedia. It was 2001 to 2010.
Yeah.
Was California Adventure. And I saw it there, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So it's kind of been everywhere. And I've been able to see it at Disney World, Disneyland, and California Adventure. So it was fun for me to be there for the party. For sure.
You look like you had fun.
Yes. I did. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about what we did. It was a ticketed event, and they first opened it up just to annual pass holders, and then they opened it up to everybody, and it was, I believe, $95 for the ticket. Hmm. And then, they did something different than I think I've ever heard them doing. Tell me if I'm wrong. They had everybody exit the park. They closed down the park at 6:00, Disneyland, and everyone exited. And then they reopened for people that had tickets at 7:30.
So they kicked you out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of. I wasn't in there at that point, but...
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Usually they don't like make everybody, you can just go between certain hours and get your wristband and then just stay in the park.
Yes, exactly. That's what I thought. And I didn't know if, because I've done Halloween at Disneyland and they never had done that. However, we've talked before about, do they really know if everyone's getting out, and are there people that are in there that haven't paid for it? This way, there's nobody in there that hasn't paid for it. So I did like that aspect of it. And I was really pleasantly surprised. They were able to move. They opened up almost every turnstile to let people back in, and they moved people through really fast.
That's good.
Yes.
Did they give you like a wristband or something to...
Even better than that.
Oh, you had the lanyards.
We had lanyards. Yes, that lit up. And they have these big, so that they had big laminated circles that said Main Street Electrical Premiere on the bottom. And then they had a lanyard that had lights inside of it. And it had a little control where you could change the settings. So you could have it on, just on, or you could change it to flash slow or flash really fast. Yeah, it was the bomb. I was so excited when I saw that lanyard. Like, what? We get a lanyard that lights up. Yeah.
So I know Heather's thinking right now, so it flashed annoying or really annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, I had mine on solid the whole time, and my husband had his on flashing, and I'm like, how does that not give you a headache? I cannot understand. It's giving me a headache from clear over here. And then, but they would, when you went on the rides, they would always tell you to turn all of your lights off, because I also bought the mouse ears that lit up, because they're stinking cute.
They're so cute.
So cute.
I mean, I don't normally like those light up ones like that, but those were so cute.
Yeah, so cute. And so, yeah, I bought those and was wearing those. And then just when we got on the dark rides, they would always say, make sure you turn your lights off. And if we forgot, because I did sometimes. So, yeah, really good. And then, okay, so then you walk in and you get your lanyard, and then you go under the train station, and then on the inside park, on the park side of the train station, they had a red carpet, and then you could do photos with PhotoPass photographers. They had a backdrop like they do at movie premiere events, you know?
Ew. Yeah.
Yeah, really cute. And then we were able to go ride rides, and it was awesome walking right on lots and lots of rides. And then they had the parade at 9:00, and we were able to just kind of walk up a few minutes before the parade, and we stood in the back behind several rows of people and watched the parade. And I think that they've done some maintenance and stuff. I mean, you would think since they were moving it from one coast to the other that they would take time to do some of the maintenance, but it seems like to me that they've added some mesh like color stuff behind the lights. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just so they reflect more light.
So that it reflects more color.
Color, I should say, yeah.
Yeah. It was, because it seemed a lot more bright and vivid to me, and I'm like, why is that? So I started looking really closely at the floats, and that's what I could see, is that the mesh stuff underneath was super bright, like not faded. Really, yeah. Okay, so then after that, the highlight of the party for me was photos with the floats.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they brought several floats back out around the hub, and you could line up and get your photo taken by a PhotoPass photographer with the different floats. And then on Main Street, you guys were the ones that actually told me about this. They had the main big drum float down in front of the theater, but that was only a selfie. They didn't have a PhotoPass photographer there for that one, but they did all the others. And for the event, PhotoPass photos were free. So if you are somebody that you don't have an AP that you get PhotoPass photos, or you hadn't bought a PhotoPass or whatever, then you could get them for free.
$95, they better give them to you for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I like even a lot of the events. I mean, the annual pass holder ones that it would go to, or like the parties or anything like that. Annual pass holder parties, they always, even if you didn't, this is before you could have the photo pass on your annual pass, they would give you the photos for free, which is always nice.
It is always nice. Totally.
But what's funny is I tried to think I could beat the system and get there like an hour or two early and take normal photo pass photos. That didn't work. They didn't give me the photos free.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. And they did have some other like annual pass holder things, but I hadn't upgraded my pass to an AP yet. So I didn't get to get them. And I was kind of bummed because they had a super cute flashing AP button.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah. I was bummed that I couldn't get it.
Did you, can we talk about what we begged you to get us?
Yes, let's talk about that.
So I saw they had, look, we're obsessed with glow cubes. So we had already asked you for something we'll talk about later. And then I saw somebody posted, they had glow cube toppers of the turtle from the parade. And I sent a thing to Tanya. I'm like, I can't ask her again. She asked you.
I was all excited. But you were already in line to get them, like you already knew.
Yeah. Yes. I did. So here's the funny story, the other side of the story, I guess. Tangi Baxter was there. She does art journaling the magic. If you want to check out her website and follow her on Instagram, art journaling the magic. And she and her husband were at that party as well. And we had been texting back and forth about stuff. And I had told her that you girls had asked me to go get the lunar thing, glow cube things. And so she texted me right as I saw that glow cube on somebody's, because it was a bottle topper is what it is, of the Dapper Turtle. And right as I saw, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to have one of those. And the girls need them too. And Tangi texted me. She was like, have you seen the bottle toppers? You need to go get these for the girls. And that's the whole time we were there. We just kept calling you, you're the girls. The girls. Everyone knew who we were talking about. So I'm like, and she said, I just checked 2 different stands. They're out. And I'm like, I'm in line. And luckily I got 3. And then after I bought those, there were only 2 left at that cart.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, they were selling out super fast. They are adorable. I posted pictures on the Capturing Magic Instagram of me with my cute little glow topper.
Yeah, we have a glow cube problem.
Yeah. Which I had no idea about. I did not know that about you.
Yeah. In September, it was September? Yeah. We purposely ordered kids' beverages just so we can get the Ariel one at a restaurant.
That's so cute.
We'll take the kids' cup with the Ariel glow cube, please.
Like, we don't need the drink or anything.
We don't need the drink. Just go to the cube. Well, that with the Lunar New Year ones and those ones, were you able to buy just the topper?
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't let you do that. Sometimes they're like, you have to get a drink.
No, they let me buy. I mean, I did get a drink with mine with the Main Street Electrical Parade one, that special one. I did get a drink with mine, but they let me buy just 2 additional ones too.
I feel like they've become so popular. The glow cubes have become so popular now that they are letting you do that. Back when like the first batch of like Halloween ones came out a couple years ago, I had to eat at 3 different places to get 3 different glow
cubes. Oh my goodness.
In one day. I was just like, I can't eat anymore to get the cube.
That's so funny.
I would ask them, I'd be like, can I just buy the glow cube? And they're like, you have to eat something. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Well, once I bought when you buy the drink and the glow cube, you're looking at a $10 souvenir right there.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah. So now they just charge you straight out for the glow cube, which is nice. I mean, I'd rather just have it that way.
Yes. They're fun souvenirs. It's actually really a fun idea.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, we'll have to. I think maybe we might need to have a glow cube show.
I know.
I think you're going to be starting a new trend. Is that a big thing? Like, and I'm just not seeing it.
Sell out. Did you see they sell out?
Yes, they did. But I can understand because that glow cube was super stinking cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the first time like I saw it be a big thing was like a Star Wars weekend, and they had like Star Wars. You definitely had like the Death Star and the TIE Fighter stuff, and like that was such a big thing. So I mean, it might have been before that. I mean, we collected them before that, but I remember people going like crazy about it.
Well, that I'm trying to think of that, like the Halloween ones. Those ones were kind of selling out at the time. I was able to get the Jack Skellington really easily, and
Yeah, because one of them you weren't able to get for me.
The Mickey pumpkin, I think.
Yeah. So
it wasn't. That was one where they only let me get one. And I for the 60th anniversary, the diamond one, that one sold out really fast.
Oh yeah, I never got that one.
You didn't get her one, Tanya?
Again. They were out of them, and only they were like they limited us to one.
Oh, okay.
It was ridiculous.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to go, the day that I went to go get them was the 24-hour day, and the line at Jolly Holiday was like 2 hours long.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys make this a thing, everybody starts collecting them, they might start limiting it again. But yeah. I was able to buy just those. And I think actually today when I go pick my son up from school, I'm going to get a bottle of soda and stick my glow cube on there just because I think it's so fun. And he'll be totally embarrassed.
I do it sometimes. I mean, like I got a whole drawer just full of the normal cube ones that you would get at like Mad Tea Party when that was going on and stuff. Like,
yeah,
we got a whole drawer full of those bad boys.
Yeah, that's awesome. A little bit of Disney at home, right?
A
little bit of magic. Okay, so they had special food and refreshments and, like all kinds of yummy treats and things. I didn't get any of the special food because I was running around getting photos like crazy and then riding rides. And then I also did, one of the photos that you could get was with Elliot. And that line was super, super, super long, but what I did was I waited in line and got my pictures with one of the turtles and one of the bugs, and then went and rode a few rides and then came back, and the line was not that long. I was able to jump in and I only had to wait about 5 minutes. They were booking it on their photos. Like they had 4 different photographers taking photos of people with Elliot in different spots so that you couldn't see the other people getting their photo taken. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it was really so well organized. That part of it was very, very well organized. Once they got the floats out there and got them going, PhotoPass did a really good job of moving people through super quick. And they took more than one shot. I think they took about 5 different shots and had me pose and move, different
That's awesome.
Every time. Yeah. I was impressed with that. And they moved, like I said, they moved people through really fast. So I only had to wait about 5 minutes toward the end of the night, which was really good. So all in all, I had a fabulous time. I would totally do it again. I was worried. That's a lot of money, right?
That is a lot of money, yeah.
And the other thing is, I know there was the threat of rain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thankfully that pretty much held up, right?
Yes.
Did you get sprinkled on towards the end?
Yes, we did get sprinkled on right as they started. So 10:30 was when they started doing photos with the floats, and it started raining like right as they started taking pictures. But the photographers stayed out there and stuck it through the rain, and it wasn't like a downpour, it was sprinkling was all. It's nothing that would make anyone from Seattle blink at all. It just, it was like, oh, that's rain? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But
it's just heavy mist.
Yeah, exactly. And it was only for a few minutes, but it had been raining really hard the day before, or not the day before. It had been off and on the day before. Thursday was a beautiful day. And then but Thursday was supposed to be a horrible, horrible storm, but it stayed out until Friday. It came Friday. Friday was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, all in all, I was worried about the weather. I was worried about the amount of money that I spent, but I totally would do it again. And my husband felt the same way.
Your pictures alone.
Yeah.
Were worth the $95.
Well, and that's, Tanji kept texting me. She's like, we just walked on to Peter Pan. And I'm like, totally worth it. And then we got those glow cubes and we're both like, totally worth it. And then, getting the photos with the floats, totally worth it. Yeah. So there were a lot of times.
Well, it's like you're paying the price of a normal day ticket.
Yes.
To go to a nighttime event, but you're able probably to get on more rides than those people with those day tickets were able to.
Yeah. We rode a ton of stuff in a very short amount of time. Yeah. Very short amount of time. They had a lot of other things going on too. It's just, there's always a lot going on at these parties and you can never fit it in. They, they had a dance party and some things like that. We were able to get the stuff done that we wanted to get done. The photos were the number one priority for me. Like, I cared about that more than I even cared about seeing the actual parade.
As you should.
Exactly, because I've seen the parade, right? So
Yeah.
that was the priority for me. But it was a really good time, and now I have these amazing souvenirs, too, with the lanyard and the ears.
I know the pictures I saw with the main float, the drum, that they had like the characters out with it too. Like one time I saw Minnie was there, one time I saw Goofy was there.
Yes.
So
yes,
cool.
there were lots of characters out there as well. I wish they would have had a PhotoPass photographer there or several, because they could have been photographing on both sides of the float and probably in 3 or 4 different spots on both sides of the float. And that's the main float, So I wish that they would have had photographers there, but I can also see why it would be more complicated to do it there too. So it was, and then right across from there was where they had the movie kind of red carpet entrance, and they were doing photos there all night.
That's cute.
Yeah, I love that they're doing more photos, all of this kind of stuff. So yeah, it was good, really good. Okay, Lunar New Year at Disneyland. You've done this before, Tanya.
I have. Definitely the first year and possibly the second or third. I forget. I forget. I know I definitely did the first year. Definitely.
How many years have they been doing it? Do you know?
At least 4.
Okay, so it runs from January 20th through February 5th, and there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of really cool stuff going on.
I like that they extended it. That was the problem with the first year that I went. I was always a go on a weekday sort of person. Like, I never went on weekends. And that first year, it was only like 1 weekend.
Yes.
It was like really short. So that was I think I had to go on a weekend. I forget what the deal was. But yeah, like they've extended it like immensely since then.
Yeah, I vaguely remember being down there the first year for CHA at that time at the Anaheim Convention Center. And I think it was a 4-day event kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it was. And I went on like a Thursday. But yeah, it was like only like a couple days. And then the following year it extended to like 2 weekends, and like it keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, I think it's great. It was really fun. And the first time when I was there for it, and it must have been the first year because it was small. It wasn't, there was a huge difference between then and now.
Yeah,
huge difference. Definitely. So they have, some of the fun things that they have is they have different foods, kind of like, or different booths, I guess, kind of like what they have at Food and Wine in Epcot.
They're just not going to take those booths down is what they're going to do. They're just going to stay there all the time, and they're just going to, which I mean, it's cool. Like, were all the booths up, or did they only have like 1 or 2 over in that area?
Okay. So there were, I think 3 or 4.
Okay.
There were several different countries where they had different foods that you could get from, and so the one thing that I had to try was the sweet potato macaroon.
Oh, that looks good. I saw a picture of it.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Yeah, really good. And then, okay, so then some of the other things that they have is a special Lunar New Year preview, the Hurry Home Lantern, for the World of Color.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that before?
No, I think this is the first year they're doing that.
I thought that was new too.
Yeah, I know. I've never even heard of it before until you said there is something before World of Color, and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It was super cute. So it kind of reminded me of a Pixar short.
Oh.
A little bit about this little lantern that needs to hurry home for the Lunar New Year. And then, yeah, it was cute. And then Mulan comes in at the end, and it's cute.
And it's like, how do they do it? Do they like throw up water screens?
Yes, yeah.
Like, is it just in your imagination?
You're listening to the story and you imagine it. No, it's a full-on world of color. It's the water screens and lasers and lights, and I want to even say like there might have been fire.
Like a pre-parade, but for World of Color.
Yes. Yeah,
gotcha.
It was super cute. Super, super cute. Okay, and then they also have down in Paradise, is it Paradise? Pier in that area?
Paradise Pier, the Garden Grill area?
Yes, thank you, the Garden Grill area.
Yeah.
They had where you could get Chinese brush artwork done, like different letters or your name, and it was free. And they had face painting for free. And I was really surprised that they had as much stuff.
The brush lettering for free is kind of cool. I know they do like the face painting for free for like the Day of the Dead stuff and
in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I blanked on when it was.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell for sure what was going on there, so I thought I'd jump in with something.
Zoned out for a second there.
Yeah,
but yeah, in the fall.
yeah. So and then that was all kind of in that Garden Grill area, and then that's also where I had to go to get your lily. Are they lilies?
No, they're is it lotus flower?
Lotus, yes, lotus blossom.
Lotus blossom, yeah. So cute.
Yeah, they're cute. They're really cute. The Lotus Blossom Glow Cube. They have the Mulan's procession, the Lunar New Year procession, and all of this happens right in front of the Garden Grill, kind of by Goofy's Sky School.
It's also where they do, or we're doing, I don't know if they're still doing it, the Elena little thing. Like that's like their little show area now.
It is. It kind of is.
Because before the whole Lunar New Year stuff was over right in front of, like the little cut off by the Little Mermaid ride where it leads you into like Grizzly Peak. Like it was always right there in front of. So now they're taking everything down the other way, which is nice because it gets it out of it's like a major traffic point right there. So
yes, I think that there's more room for people to be able to see it down there where they've moved it to.
Definitely.
I think that was a good call. And then the Acrobats of China we went and watched, that was out on the pier, kind of not in the same area as Mulan's show, but
like I'm trying to think
by where you watch World of Color.
Where you watch World of Color, yeah.
Yeah, the World of
that's
Color
where they
theater.
Had the festival
holiday stuff.
Yeah, that's where they would perform and stuff too.
Okay, that stuff was amazing.
Oh, I bet.
Amazing. I posted a little bit of it on Instagram. The balance and the strength of those. The guy that I posted a little video clip of, holy cow. Yeah. I can't even, it's totally mind-blowing to me. So, and then they also had an area to meet back down to the Garden Grill area. Sorry. You could meet Mickey and Minnie in there.
Finally, the most important part.
I know. Sorry.
Sorry. That's just, I've always wanted, since
I could hear her hyperventilating over there, thinking that you weren't going to talk about it.
She's exploding.
And that's different from the year that I went too. Again, when I met them that first year, they were, where right before the Grizzly Peak area where they had the 60th anniversary
photo
backdrop
shoot?
Yeah. That was where you met them.
Wow.
Yeah, in that tiny little spot, and it was, I don't know, that whole thing was really awkward that first year. Now it's expanded, and they've kind of figured out what they're doing. So
I'm sure part of it is because they didn't know how popular it would be.
Yeah,
and it's turned out to be super popular, and there were a lot of Asian families dressed in native costumes. It was super cute there, and they were doing photos and really cute. Really cute. But let's talk about what Mickey and Minnie are wearing.
Yes, they're in such a cute. Sorry, I've always wanted to meet them in that, and I've never been there for that time. So I think they should expand it for 6 months or something. But I love that Disneyland does that a lot with because they used to do the Mardi Gras stuff, and they would have special costumes for that. So yeah, but they have this red costumes, and
kind of.
I love what Minnie has in her her ears, like little flowers. It's really cute.
I don't know what they call those, and they have the beads hanging from them. Like, I don't. Ugh. Do you want to talk about when I met them? Because it's super embarrassing.
Yes.
What did you do?
Okay. I have the most awkward character meets, you guys. Okay. I went to go meet Minnie. I met them separately, Minnie and Mickey separately. Yeah. So I go to meet Minnie, and I swear by all that is holy, like when I looked at her to see how she was posing so I could match her pose and it would be a cute photo. She had her hands, I don't want to call it like the super Asian pose because that's not really what it is, but like hands pressed together, like a prayer pose sort of thing. Like her hands were pressed together.
Bowing,
they're bowing. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And
I remember this now.
Yeah. So I did that. Well, she moved her hands for the photo. Now I'm the only one doing it. And super, super racist. Because I'm just like, look at me. I'm doing this Asian thing. Like, and she's not. Like, and the photo is so ridiculous because she's like, hey, look at me. I'm Minnie. And I'm like, hey, look at me. I'm white. Like, it is awful.
So funny.
And I'm just like, why, Minnie? Why? I swear that she was doing it. And I was just like, oh, okay, cute pose. I'll do it too.
Funny.
Aww. And now every time I look at that photo, that's all I could think about. But her outfit is really cute. So there's that.
It's very cute. They're both very cute.
It's really cute. And they switch out with Mulan and Mushu.
Yes.
Which is, hard because, you'd rather meet both of them or know when you're getting the line. And from what I understand, the lines are long, as it should be, because Mulan doesn't really meet out there. Like at Disneyland, she's a daily, regular character, but there it's kind of a
Disney World,
like a pop-up type of thing. Yeah, Disney World, she's common, but at Disneyland, she just kind of randomly pops up where she shows up at these events. So
yeah.
And Mushu's like rare right now, so
yeah. The lines were not as long as I expected, I guess, but yeah, they were fairly long. Not as long as what they were for the Long Lost Friends stuff.
Oh yeah,
for sure. But
she met his Ping then, though.
Yeah,
I
did. I did.
I don't know. I'm still bitter that I didn't just stay a couple of days after the expo to go to that.
Yeah, you should have.
I know. What's wrong with me then?
You just need to extend your trips all the time, just a couple of days, because you're missing out on stuff.
I know.
Yeah, for sure. I think, does that cover all of it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That is the rundown of Lunar New Year. If you have a trip to Disneyland planned in the next little while, it's definitely some fun stuff going on for sure.
Yeah.
That you'll want to catch if you're heading there.
I really like how DCA is doing a lot of these like festivals for different,
cultural events.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that they do that. I think it'd be nice, like if Epcot did the same kind of things, to do the different, with the different kind of holidays rather than just like the one time, like because they could do something for Lunar New Year.
Yeah,
for sure. Throw Mickey and Minnie out there in the costumes. That would be awesome.
I agree.
I know. I thought you might.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's remind our listeners where to find you guys, and then if you have anything exciting going on that you want to talk about too, Tanya.
You can find me at everymagicmoment.com and Tanya H666 on all social media. And I don't think I have anything planned. Well, March maybe. I might go home in March for a little bit. That's about it. So Disneyland possibly in March.
And when you say go home, you mean Disneyland?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I go home. I air quote go to see my mom. But yeah, Disneyland.
Yeah. Heather.
My character site is heatherw.com/character, and on Facebook it's I Love Characters, and then everywhere else I'm heatherw25. And I'm going to Disney World again in February for the Princess Marathon weekend, and hopefully it actually takes place this time, because when I was just there for the Disney World half marathon, it was the first time ever, I believe, that they had to cancel the race, the half marathon, because of lightning, and it was the right move, and they completely did more than they needed to, giving us our money back. They had characters out at the expo when we were there to pick it up and everything, so it was great. So, but I think this time it'll hopefully happen. But yeah, so that's when I'm going.
That's good. You know what that reminded me of about going above and beyond? When we were at the Main Street Electrical Parade, towards the end of the party, it started sprinkling again, and they were giving out the ponchos for free.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
I thought that was way nice, way above and beyond. Like, they don't have to do that, and I thought it was really nice. I mean, and some people, I have to say, are ridiculous, because they would go up and the people would say, how many ponchos do you need for your group? And they would say 10. And there would be like the husband and the wife there together, and they would each say 10.
Oh my gosh.
People. And then we went up there and they asked me,
what are you going to do with those ponchos? Like,
I know.
Holding the ponchos.
They're going to sell them on eBay for $1 million, whatever. So then my husband and I get up there and they ask me, how many do you need? I'm like, 2. There's 2 of us here. We only need 2.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, that's good to hear, Heather. I think it must not have registered for me that all happened while you were down there.
Yeah, it was because it's Florida, so I'm always figuring like, oh, the weather will change, so I wasn't really thinking about it. And then the night before or the day before, I mean, it still looked like it was going to rain, and I really, really did not want to have to deal with that, because my first ever half was, in the pouring rain, and then the next year I did one, and it was cut because of lightning, but I was like, I just don't want to deal with it. I know I even text Tanya, like, I don't want to do this, and so I was at dinner, and then all of a sudden I got a text from a friend, and then it kind of like spread around that they had canceled it because it wasn't just going to be rain. I mean, it was thunder, it was lightning, and that's the thing. You can run in the rain, but it's the lightning, and especially because you're like all over the place. It's not like a small race that you can get in somewhere. So they did that, and you either could get your money back on a Disney gift card, which is what I did, or you could defer to another race within 2 years, or you could get a park ticket. I think it was a 2-park hopper. I forget exactly, but it was that kind of thing. And then I also had race retreats, so I got my money back for that.
Oh wow!
They gave you your medal. I mean, like
wow!
Like I don't want my medal if I don't do the race.
Yeah.
So I have it, and but I don't like have it hanging up or anything. I took like one picture of it, but that was it. But people were wearing. But the thing was, a lot of people went and they ran 13 miles that day at all the different resorts. And the really cool thing was some cast members, also just, other guests, like they set up water stops. I was staying at Pop, and they had their kid dressed up as Stitch. So they had like a character shop.
Oh, that is adorable.
It was really, because I've been having a problem with my knee. So I was like, I'm just resting it. So if I didn't have that, I might have gone out there and ran too, because once the rain stopped and everything, later in the day, and even if it was like lightning, if you were in one little spot, you could get in somewhere. So it was a different situation than doing the whole race. But so many people did that, and I think that was really cool. And it was a nice camaraderie thing of all the runners doing that. So like, I think a lot of them, they might have been wearing the medals and stuff. So that's fine. But I was just like, oh, I have the medal, thanks. But but they, again, like I said, at the expo, they had, because they also canceled the kids race. So they had, it was Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, Donald, Dopey, and so they're all in their the tracksuit thing that they would wear like at the ends of the race. So it was great. I got to get all the pictures with that. I was like, yeah, this is better than the race, And they also had a lot of stuff for the kids because the kids race was canceled. So they had like face painting and jugglers and like all this stuff. I just thought it was, some of the organization at first with like the lines was not great, but I think everything else they did, like around it and as it went on, it was really, they did a lot. Because when you do a race, you sign the waiver and it says, they could cancel it or whatever. So like they didn't have to give you anything back,
right?
And they did all that. And I thought that was they really did a good job with that. So
that's awesome. I love hearing that. And that's the magic
they
of
also,
Disney.
Yeah. They also actually, they sent out, after every race, they always send you a thing where you can get your results and pictures and all that other kind of stuff. And they also had, like, towards the end of the email, a link that you could sign up for next year, which I never remember that happening. And so I don't know if it was because of that. But, so I'm I'm signed up now for next year.
Oh,
good. It doesn't, because it goes on sale, I think it's February 14th, and then the AP would be the week before that. But so this was even several weeks sooner. So, and they actually had $10 off for Dopey, Goofy, and for the full. So not any that I was doing, but they also gave you a discount for that. And that was the other thing for the race. If you wanted to, instead of, if you weren't, when they canceled the half, you could do the full if you wanted instead, which yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you for me. But I think I saw something like 1,400 people or something decided to do that.
Wow.
So, remember, there's like thousands of that. I mean, there's like, what is it, like 20,000? I forget how many people, but are supposed to do the race. So this is like a lot of people that they're dealing with, and to have to, so I thought that was great. And yeah, a lot of people did that, and like, good for them. I did not. And the other thing was that race, it was like 20 some degrees or something for the full. So it's a very unusual, when you do these race weekends, you just never know what's going to happen. It's like always something, it seems to be lately with the weather. But yeah, so that's what my January was.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm kind of blown away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that's why we love Disney, right? It's their, that's one of the reasons we love Disney. They'll take care of you. Okay. Thank you, Heather, for that. I think we're really ready now to close the show, right? Thank you, everyone, for being here, for listening to us. We really appreciate you spending some time with us. And we'd love to have you follow us on social media. You can find Capturing Magic on Instagram at capturingmagic_. Capturing Magic Me. Not .com on Instagram. Capturing Magic Me _ I believe is what it is. I'm looking it up right. Okay, nope, wrong. It's Capturing Magic _ That is our Instagram where you can find us, where we're posting. And Heather actually sometimes takes it over too, which is awesome. When she's on trips, she'll post some of her photos too. So watch for that there. Thank you, and we will see you next time on Capturing Magic.